Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for OSRS. Now this week we have poll week. It's a poll week plus some Darkmeyer updates, but it's from poll 71. So first up, the poll 71 changes are as follows. The Rocky pet recolors. So the only thing Rocky, the thieving skill pet, is stealing this week is our hearts, because he gains the ability to transform into two new but two still adorable species. So you can either get the red panda or Tanuki. Tanuki, I want to say that's how you say it, but I'm not sure. So you either need to feed him red berries or white berries, sorry, or poison ivy berries. To change him back to his regular form, you will need to feed him just regular white berries. The Chambers of Xeric is actually updated again. So it has a toggleable health bar interface has been added to the following Chambers of Xeric bosses. Tecton, Vespiola's Abyssal Portal, Manithral Dolls, Vanguard's Vesa Nistrio, and the Great Olm. In the Vanguard's case, the HUD will show each of their health bars individually. In related news, they have also reset the solo and trio challenge mode Chambers of Xeric world records that were obtained illegitimately. Wilderness spawns for Crystalia's Slayer tasks. Two Slayer mobs have been added, which is the number of the Black Knight spawns north of Venatus has increased from 2 to 5. Well, 2 to 7. And the Bloodfield spawns in the Wilderness dungeon has increased from 2 to 5. There we go. Ram Skull and Bone Sack. Fashionscape Rejoice. You can now own both the Ram Skull and the Bone Sack at the same time. Rewards from the Rag and Bowman Part 2 quest once it's completed. You'll still need a level 30 defense to equip the Ram Skull helm, but it does have the same stats as of an adamant full helm. Mining Guild Mineral Exchange Shop. So the Mining Guild has finally worked up the changing times that has started to offer bags of gems and soft clay packs in their mineral exchange shop. Both work exactly the same as the ones from the Prospector Percy's Nugget shop. The soft clay packs can be purchased for 10 unidentified minerals. The bag of gems can be purchased for 20. And who knows, maybe you'll be very lucky and you'll actually get an uncut onyx. So who knows? That's not it. That's going to be coming from poll 71. There is more, but that is for this week. So, Darkmeyer changes is the following. Fix the issue in the Hollowed, where bolts that were supposed to fire simultaneously would fire one after the other. The fire trap animation is in the Hollowed will now appear at the same time you take damage from them. Some missing level up messages have been added for the treasure encounters within the Hollowed. All treasure encounters in the Hollowed will now award a small amount of agility experience when completed. This will happen twice per encounter. Stationary sword traps will no longer hit from further away than they should. You can no longer use barbarian training methods to light fires in the Hollowed. The south path of floor 4 of the Hollowed will now load the entire section instead of showing a loading please wait message. The fire trap on the north path of floor 4 has been reverted back to its original rotation on release. If a ghost spawns when looting a grand coffin, it will now always be the archpriest of the unicorn instead of the knights. The active node in the Dale mine will now move slightly slower. The chance of succeeding while pickpocketing Vyres has been improved from 40% at 99 thieving to 50%. So 10% increase, guys. The Hollowed Grapple now has a 100% chance to grapple successfully. Navigating through the prayer barrier with the Hollowed symbol has been sped up slightly. The Hollowed Hammer now has a 100% chance to not bend nails regardless of the plank and nail combination used. The bridge for the construction encounter is now traversed much faster. The magic XP from activities in the Hollowed have been increased to 200. The prayer XP from activities, regardless of the amount of dust used in the Hollowed, has been increased to 200. The portal should now be slightly more helpful by attempting to put you in range with them instead of saying you can't reach that from here. There has been some Hollowed rebalancing. So the truth is, players seeing discrepancies in their XP rates as a result. So while taking time to get treasure on every floor, you'll see less XP, but this is balanced by the amount of loot you'll see. Conversely, if you ignore the treasure completely and focus on completing the floors, it is possible to get XP rate exponentially. So ideally, they want everybody to experience in the Hollowed to feel rewarding but balanced. So this week they've added a small amount of agility XP to the treasure encounters in an attempt to shift the balance a little bit. But they do, however, realize this will completely address the concerns in the coming weeks. They will continue to work on the rebalancing, so don't really worry too much there, guys. So right now their goal is to balance the contents of the amount of XP received is just right for an above average player. This hypothetical Tomb Raider makes a few mistakes but never runs out of time, and only collect treasure on the most valuable floors. They get balanced amount both of XP and treasure. So that's what they're going for. They're trying to make sure that it's just not an overwhelming mass thing of just absolute reward and win. You know, there has to be some give and take. National Video Games Day Survey. So there is a survey link here. Check it out. We're all gamers, so of course this is all kind of interesting. But they want to know about our favorite elements and our favorite games. So head on over to the main page, click the most recent update, and then check out the survey link. In other news, a yes, don't ask again option has been added to the Soul Bearer. Players can now store the Infernal or Crystal Axes in the Enchanted Valley stash unit. The Shazian Infiltrator in the Lizardman Temple now tells you how many Lizardmen and Lizardman shamans you have killed. The death animation of the red and purple Nilocuss in the Theater of Blood have been reduced. Players can now right-click the tool rack on the Chambers of Zarek to select the tool they want. Opening seed packs will no longer stop you from running or walking. Using a knife on Calquat will now attempt to slowly cut all the Calquats in your inventory one at a time. The coal bag will no longer tell you the amount of coal it's holding in a chat dialog box, so checking it won't stop you from moving anymore. Chat messages about catching large animals in pit traps are now filterable. And Arno, I almost said Ammo, will now warn you that he still has leftover items from your last death before allowing you to visit the Hespori again. Follow the Bard now has an in-game model that matches his chat head. Players will now be able to train agility, thieving, construction, prayer, and the Hollowed on Dead Man Worlds. Note that you will still be unable to gain magic XP there, but hey, still pretty good. So that'll actually do it for today's video, so thank you guys
so much for watching. Until next time, later guys.